What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome to your economic update and daily news report for Thursday, May 19th. So we have some more terrible news. A recession is going to happen. That is at least the expectation at this time, so that's not great. There's also a new bill that was introduced that is going to potentially hurt those that have student loans. So I want to address what's going on there. We're also going to talk about how COVID cases are starting to go back up, and some experts are worried that we are going to see more mask mandates. So I want to address what's going on and what you could potentially be looking for in the next 1 to 2 weeks. So let's get started. All I ask is if you enjoy these daily uploads, could you do me a favor? Go ahead, hit that like button, and also consider subscribing. Now, here's what we know. As of right now, more than 75% of investment fund managers are expecting that we are going to see a more slow growth in the economy and high inflation over the next year. That's what they're expecting. Now, if this happens, or more like when this happens, we are going to see something called stagflation. Now, the only real way to get out of this is going to be going through a recession. That's what is predicted at this time. The scary part about all this, though, is that the Federal Reserve would actually push the U.S. towards a recession if they see that is the only possible solution to handle inflation. And as of right now, multiple previous chairmen of the Fed, multiple presidents have said the same thing, is that a recession is the only option. That is the only option to get out from where we are currently at. So again, it's not great news, but that is what we know. So, what can we expect moving forward? Well, the expectation is likely a recession over the next 12 months. We honestly could be in the beginning of a recession right now. We seriously could. And the problem with this is the American people keep spending money. This is an issue. And now I understand, you want to go buy new things and you want to get a new car and go get a new house and buy new furniture and new clothing and shoes and all this stuff, right? And that's great. That does help out the economy. But at the same time, if we are headed towards a recession, spending money is not the best option. Saving money would be much better. Now, according to multiple energy experts, things are going to get worse. This is, again, why I'm telling you, save money. We know high gas and diesel prices are here to stay. And the issue with this is the United States doesn't have a good solution to produce more oil, which would obviously help with our supply shortages that we are currently seeing as a result of canceled pipelines, going more green, and obviously the war between Russia and Ukraine. These are all issues. And this isn't just on Russia, because they didn't cancel the Keystone XL pipeline, right? They didn't put that on hold, right? They're not trying to go more green. So when the Biden administration, the White House come out and say, oh, it's all because of Vladimir Putin, no, it's not. Yeah, that's a big deal. But at the same time, when the U.S. is selling some of our diesel to other countries, that creates an issue. That means we have less of a supply here, which means prices are going to go up. But again, nobody says that. Now, I said this the other day, and I want to make sure you know about what is going on. But right now, gas prices are expected to jump as we get closer to Memorial Day weekend. Keep in mind, that is next weekend. That's May 28th, 29th, and 30th. 30th is Monday, which is Memorial Day. So expect this to happen. Expect gas prices to go up. Expect shortages. And understand that if you fill up your vehicle now, you're going to be much better off. Yesterday I said I am paying around $4 and I think $4.75 a gallon. That was yesterday. As of this morning, it is now $5. It's actually $4.99. So it went up 24 cents in an evening. Okay? That's insane. It better not do that tomorrow night or tonight and tomorrow and the next day. That would be insane. I think I'd be walking places or just not going anywhere. Now, here's the thing. I know many people are wondering, right now, well, when's the U.S. government going to step in and help out the American people? Well, they don't really have plans to do that. There's not a push to see stimulus. That's not happening. Stimulus checks, right? There is stimulus. They're talking about some stimulus, but the only thing they're talking about is stimulus for those with student loans. Because guess what? If you forgive up to $10,000 in student loan debt, like President Biden is planning on doing, well, that means that is additional stimulus. You can use that in the economy and for yourself. That would be great. However, here's the issue. Some experts believe that the Biden administration doesn't have the legal authority to do that. And what they're doing right now is they're trying to buy time until after the midterm elections to let people know, we just don't have the legal authority. Thanks for voting for us, but we just can't do that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to extend the student loan payment pause until January 1st, and then you can start making payments. That's what people are expecting. That's what people, not expecting. That's what experts are expecting. But the American people, they are believing that we're going to get all of our student loan debt paid off. That's the issue. Well, Republican senators, they're saying, no, we're not waiting around for the Biden administration to decide what they can or cannot do. So what happened just yesterday is a group of 5 lawmakers introduced a bill that would stop President Biden from canceling student loan debt. Now, this is going to be very difficult to pass in the Senate. That's currently a 50-50 split. But the goal isn't to get this passed. The goal is to get others to see what forgiving student debt would actually do. Well, the group of senators said this, and I quote, "This decision would not only be unfair to those who already repaid their loans or decided to pursue alternative education paths, but it would be wildly inflationary at a time of already historic inflation." And the other issue is that canceling student debt doesn't fix the underlying problem with education, and that is rising tuition costs. Even billionaire Mark Cuban, he said that something must be done to ensure that institutions can't charge ridiculous fees. Well, they've been doing that for decades, and nothing has changed. But Mark Cuban also said, and I quote, "We don't want this being a perennial problem. It has to be fixed. As far as how much should be forgiven, I'm good with the Biden proposal." So Mark Cuban, who just 5 years ago was completely against this, that no, somebody with student loan debt must repay it. It cannot be forgiven. Well, now he's kind of changed his tune. But it's interesting because now it's, okay, we have to fix this, but how do we fix it? If we forgive student loans, the next thing we need to do is we need to go after the institutions, those colleges, to make sure they cannot charge ridiculous fees. That would help. Because if you just cancel student loan debt, guess what? People are just going to go and spend more money. It's going to cause higher inflation. People are going to still sign up for college and hope that in the future, their student loan debt will be canceled as well or forgiven. Well, if that doesn't happen, well, all these people are just going into debt. And I find it interesting as a business owner, as somebody who has gone to college, I find it interesting that it's easier to get a loan to go to college, go $50,000 to $100,000 in debt to go to college, than it is to start a business. Yeah, you can't, as an 18-year-old, you cannot just go and say, hey, I need $50,000. I'm going to start a business. It could be a revolutionary business. And the bank would be like, no, but we'll give you $100,000 if you want to go to college. That's crazy. Now, here's something else that was said. That many people argue that what forgiving student loan debt would do is just going to bail out universities. It's also going to create more inequality around the country. But the goal was to do the exact opposite. But that's not what's happening. So one of the biggest reasons why some lawmakers say that we need to do more with people with student loan debt is because they are struggling to buy homes. That's what Senator Elizabeth Warren keeps saying is we have to provide more because these people, they want to buy a home. And I get it. I understand where people are coming from. But the truth is that everybody's struggling to buy a home, not just people with student loan debt. And let me know, do you currently own a home? And if so, did you buy it recently or have you bought it in the past 10 years? And I ask this because in the past 10 years, home prices have really increased. But mostly, the increases have come over the past 3 years. That's what we're seeing. Now, we do know that the U.S. housing market is beginning to cool. That's good news to those that are looking to buy a home. Building permits are starting to fall. Housing starts are actually slowing. And interest rates obviously are increasing. And many expect this trend to actually continue. But again, the good news is that if you're looking to buy a home, home prices are going to come down very soon. Now, here's the last thing I want to talk about. It's not something I love talking about, but it's something we've been talking about for the past couple of years. It's COVID. COVID cases are back on the rise once again, and I want to explain why. Right now, what's happening is there's more Omicron subvariants that we haven't seen in the past. Okay? These are starting to be circulated and transmitted across the United States. This is causing most of the problems. Now, according to the CDC, they're saying that a third of U.S. Households should consider wearing a mask indoors. And it's not just because of a third of the people need to wear a mask, and that's going to bring down the infection rate. Obviously, it would, but they're saying to do this in certain areas that are seeing the rise in cases, and it's not everywhere. So we are not seeing a renewed push as of yet for more mandates like a mask mandate, but experts say they will be coming. Once we get closer to Memorial Day, according to multiple reports, we could see indoor mask mandates put back into place, especially in bigger cities. This honestly could also go throughout the summer, so expect that if you are going to travel, look and see, does that city have a mask mandate? Some might. Right now, COVID cases are up roughly 26% in the past week, but some say if we get close to 50%, this would likely warrant new mandates. All right? So that's what we know at this time. As always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on, share all latest news and updates again. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.